welcome back to my YouTube channel. My mom, I was filming her. Guys, yeah, I took out my plugs, guys. Look at how saggy that looks. Not stretching no more, unfortunately. I know, very unfortunate. But,
Hi.
Go dance, Johnny. It's Man in the Mirror.
Who's bad?
JoJo's bad. Who's bad? So I took out my plugs, guys. It's very unfortunate because I really wanted to stretch my ears, really wanted it to look beautiful, wanted it to look very nice, very, I don't know, but I guess I couldn't, so, but yeah. Alright, so, what I wanted to do was that my mom said that if it works on the doll, that she's going to do one on me. So, and I really want her to do one on me because, I want it done really bad. I mean, it's because, look at my hair, right? It's very long, it's very boring. I want it changed. I want it to be different. I want my hair to be different. I personally want to be different. Now, my brother said that's a phase. My mom says it's a phase. Personally, I don't think it's a phase because, I don't know, I feel it very close. And plus, it runs in the family also. My brother is a little bit of a hippie. Not the one that you saw in the video, but the one that's in Florida right now. His name is Jeremy. So, yeah, he is a hippie. He got it from my grandma. He's using the bathroom. So, yeah, and it runs in the family, and that's why I think I kind of get it from, where, my grandma or something like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Lots of people think it's a phase and all that stuff. It might be, but personally, I feel that it's not. But we'll see in a few years. And if I'm still like this, then something that's probably natural. But yes. But, if it is a phase, it's alright because lots of people go through phases. Like my brother did. Not the one in Florida, but the one that you saw in the video. He went through a phase. My mom went through a little bit of a phase she went through a lot of phases when she was my age. Since she was around that era where the retro kind of was, the hip hop was a very big thing. So she was a lot about a lot of things, But these days, the most common is like that emo kind of feel or that like typical kind of like that, black hair, red hair, spiked down or, tapers in their ears, lots of like black clothing and they like rock and all that stuff. That is, or the heavy metal, that is, heavy metal, is that heavy metal, rock metal? I don't know anything like that, so if I'm getting it wrong, don't cringe. I'm sorry, I just don't know. And honestly, I don't see a lot of people like hippie-ish or boho-y, or it's not like that, and I want to be that. I want to be stood out as a different person, and it's not because I want to be that way. It's not because it's just something that I feel inside of me. It's weird because, it's probably not gonna even, you guys are probably not gonna even buy it, but, should I say it or shouldn't I? I don't know, I feel like the viewers or you guys are going to think that this is just silly of me, or you guys are not gonna buy what I'm just gonna say, but maybe I should. Okay. So my mom thinks that I was reincarnated. She thinks because I've been having dreams about the 1930s and 1940s. And for some reason I like vintage things. Lots of people like vintage things, and I mean all people like vintage things. But I don't know, something, I was telling her that I have dreams about me being in the era of 1930 or the 1940s. And she found that a little bit weird because, you know, that's kind of odd. You know, maybe other people have dreams of that, but I don't know. I felt different because I'm like, I feel like I lived that moment. I feel like I've lived that time because I feel and I remember having a long skirt with like shoes or something. I don't know, and I felt real there. You know, and I kept restarting, and when I fell asleep, I kept restarting in the same place. And I told her that, and I told her way much more, and she found that a little suspicious. She's just like, oh my, she's like, how did the people dress? How was it? And I said, it was really weird. There was an old-fashioned McDonald's over there. It was like ice cream things, and all the people were walking together, you know, kids out on the streets. And she's like, that sounds like the 1930s and the 1940s, you know, like the belt all the way from here and then there down skirt, you know. I personally feel like I've lived in that moment. Maybe this is probably just craziness I'm talking, but it's weird because I feel like I've lived that moment. I love music, like very old music. It's weird, guys. Like, it's really weird. I'm not trying to like be silly and stuff. Like, this is what I actually feel. It's weird. It's really weird. That's why my mom thinks that I was probably a reincarnated person, or I don't know, something, because I don't know. She's like, that's like really weird. She's like, that's weird. I'm like, I know it is. Like, I don't know why I feel that way, but maybe it's just my silliness. Maybe it's because, I don't know, maybe I watch too much old-fashioned movies. I watch My Girl a lot, and that was in 1972, but it was made in 1992, I think. I don't know, really. I don't know when that was made or when it was published or whatever it was called. I like to watch Beaches. I love that movie, guys. It hits me every time. When Hillary Whitney dies, spoiler alert, when Hillary Whitney dies, it's very painful because I like, wow, that's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. But yeah, I mean, every single time when I see My Girl, it gets like, it feels like I've lived in that era, or in the hippie era, like 1972, 1960s, you know, I feel like I've lived in that moment. It might be weird, I don't know what it is, but whenever I look at antique things, I always feel like I've touched it before. I know how it functions, you know. I'm like, oh, this is for, you know, this and this and that. And like, how would I know it? You know, it's also not me. It likes it. It's something different in me that loves vintage old things. I don't know what it is. I don't know, guys. This is really weird. Like, I'm not doing this for the video. It's not like that because it's true stuff that I feel. You know, my sister, I don't think feels this way. Like, I don't think she feels this way. I feel like it's just only me that feels it. So, I don't know, I'm scared. Alright, guys, well, that is going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys liked it. And if you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't, just dislike this video. It's okay. And don't forget to subscribe for more future videos. And also, don't forget to push the notification bell whenever I post so you'll be notified. I don't know. And I hope you guys had a great day. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.